Guess what? I played Kunitsu-Gami on the Switch 2 with Joy-Con mouse controls, and I'm here to tell you that I think it is the definitive way to play that game. Kunitsu-Gami. All right, I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. I already recommend this game, but if you have not played it yet and you're looking for the opportunity to get into it, specifically if you're looking for a game to play day one on your Switch 2, then I highly recommend that this is one of them. Kunitsu-Gami, if you don't already know, is basically like a hack and slash meets tower defense game. You play as a dude who's cool, he's got a sword, and basically your entire objective is you gotta get this goddess, create a path for the goddess from one end of the map to the other, but during that time, monsters will come out during the night and attack you and the goddess, and it's your job to free villagers, which then become like your little army men. Anyways, you can assign them roles, and that's where the tower defense part of it comes in. You can specifically map them around the map to protect you from these sick-looking goobly gibbly gobbly demon guys, and it's great. I'm a big fan. It itches a Pikmin part of my brain, but it also itches like the button-pressing hack and slash part of my brain. The cool thing is, it's coming to Switch 2, and it is utilizing the Switch 2 mouse controls. So that means you could drag that Joy-Con all over the place, which, by the way, you're not limited to a table. I tried it on my leg and on my chest, and it works. So you can just kick back and drag that mouse around. It's great. Anyways, the mouse controls significantly change the way this game plays, and for the better. Because the game is both a hack and slash, but also this tower defense thing, so it requires you to specifically place your guys. I don't know what to call them. What do you call them? Your little buds?
Little buds.
Okay, well, the mouse helps you place your dudes around, so it just makes the entire flow all that much better, because it's not that the game was ever required you to be very specific about where you place them, it's just the mouse makes it more intuitive rather than kind of fumbling around with the joystick. Now, while playing this game on the Switch 2, I did at one point switch over to the regular old controller just to see how it worked, and there was a noticeable, I was like, just immediately clunking around a little bit more. Even though that's how I play the game, my brain had already adapted to how you would drag a cursor around on screen to place your dudes, and it just felt better.
Now, hold on, Kurt.
Yeah, yes?
So you can play the game on PC with mouse.
Yes, this is true.
So why
is it still definitive play on the Switch 2?
Exactly.
Well, Jean-Luc Saipke, I'm about to tell you and the audience. The reason why I still think that this is the ideal way to play it with mouse controls, despite being able to do it on the PC with the things, is actually because of the other Joy-Con. Now, when you're playing on PC, here's a little thing. I play all my games on PC and I play them at home. And my home setup, I don't have a desk. I play that on my couch. I got my keyboard resting, and I got my mouse on the sofa. Sometimes I'll use it on my chest while I'm playing my hidden object games. But the thing is, my hand is always locked right here to the keys on the keyboard. And it's not like I could have two things assigned at once. I don't have that issue with the Joy-Cons because this Joy-Con's chilling in my hand. I'm controlling my cool guy with this one, doing all those moves and things. And then with the other Joy-Con, I can put it wherever I want. Drag the cursor around. Click there, press this button there, swish, swash, slash that guy over there, do that thing. Oh, my woodcutter has to go protect the goddess. Get over there. All the meanwhile, this controller's just chilling. It's ergonomically comfortable for me. I can just wish this controller around. It's just more comfortable. That's all I'm trying to say. And also, the Switch 2 version of the game is just going to be more accessible to people than, say, a PC version. I don't know, depending. I mean, you could play it on Steam Deck, but I'm just saying.
How did it look and run compared to the Steam Deck?
Great. Look good. Kunitsu-Gami is not a super demanding game, and the art style is amazing, and the game, in my opinion, looks fantastic. It didn't look any different. There was maybe a small hitch if I turned the camera really fast, which was not, I don't know if that was present in the last time I had played it, but that doesn't feel like something that hindered my experience enough that I'd be like, the performance is bad on the Switch 2. It was just a slight frame drop when you were zipping around the camera. But again, it wasn't something my naked eye really saw. It was actually Max Blumenthal, who's also behind the camera, who saw it, and he was like, there's a frame dip. Okay, sure, but it didn't there he is.
It wasn't that.
See, Max says that it wasn't that big of a problem. It wasn't that big of a problem. So something that this version had, which is not available now, but will soon be available to all versions, is the Otherworldly Adventures, which is such a quaint, kind of charming thing to say. I don't know. It's like, you want to go on an otherworldly venture? I'll show you a otherworldly venture. Not on this camera. We're PG-13. Otherworld Adventures is basically kind of an arcade mode for Kunitsu-Gami. It's a see how long you can survive wave after wave after wave. And basically how this works is you're just thrown into a level, you're forced to survive as many waves as possible. Once you do a certain amount of that, you then move on to the next level, survive as many waves of demons as possible, and it gets harder and harder and harder and harder. I only got to play about 2 of those levels, but I mean, I will say it's just a very good mode to have. The game is very meditative, and like any good tower defense can be just a good way to just pass time. And this mode no longer restricts you to having to do that through a story mode, which is great. Of course, during the story mode, you were able to replay certain levels, but this just streamlines it and makes it much more accessible if you just want to jump in and see how long you can go until you are overcome by the gooey, glibbity-globby demon goops of Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess. Anyways, that's all I got to say on the matter. That being said, you should care about this game. You should be excited about the Switch 2 Joy-Con mouse thing, and it's going to be day 1 launch title. So, and let's face it, there's not a lot of like new games coming to Switch 2 day 1. So if you haven't played this one, why not play it then? If you actually manage to get a pre-order for one, and I'm getting getting one day 1, unlike me. I did not get one. I did not get one pre-ordered, so.